This is how the Swiss train windows are gonna be designed from now on. Or maybe also a little bit like this. Could be. Or like that. They haven't decided yet. So let's do a book review by J.R.R. Tolkien, Lord of the Rings. And I read already. I'm not gonna read that whole schmooze. What's gonna follow this book? It says here The Two Towers is gonna be, and The Return of the King. And if you ask me, it's really bad writing. In German, this is bad writing. There's a lot of also and so and then included. So it's not a very artistic way of writing. And then why did I do this? Good question, because there is a poem included. And it's about some kind of... I remember when I had done that, I was sitting on the toilet reading, because I don't take my real lifetime to do these kind of readings. Come on. I feel watched right now, do I? So, some dwarf talks about the evil, and he says evil came, and it's just, you know, a topic I don't want to read about in such a simple way. If they want to talk to me about the evil and about this jacket is wet because, as you see, it's raining, so maybe hang it up. So you see, a lot of things to do with life are much more interesting than a book where they talk about the evil and the dwarf is talking. Can I take a dwarf seriously? No. So he says, when the wind comes from the south, then Amrod's voice came from the seas, and Nimrel, even those names are hilarious. And there is a silver stream, elves, they call it celebrant, then Anduin, Belfalas. Even in one sentence, all these foreign kind of names came up. And further above it was Nimroel, Amrot, you know. Okay. And all the other words we know. We don't need a vocabulary for it. Like to go into our brains and kind of get the data of all these people and things together. It's like a way of writing where you put these words. People go thinking because of those uncommon words, the names they give to rivers and people, and even the evil, probably. And then it's kind of semi-scientific. It comes across as if though, you know, very clever writing, I don't know all the words, but it's not. Here, just another sentence we will grab. Pippin, we don't know. Okay, in one sentence, just one foreign word. Daro was another, Legolas, another one, Frodo, of course. And then the language that they invented, Elvish. It's so stupid. Why don't you learn English, Japanese or Russian? Because you can get, or French, like half of Africa is speaking French. You get further in life when you don't deal with these fantastic stories. You don't have to read any facts books about topics like scientific books, but go to so-called belletristic. This one is a pulp fiction author, you can say. That's not called literature. Literature is when the writing is very minute, when it takes a lot to get into the style of writing someone has, and then you know it, and then you start to love it and to get into the story as well. But this is just bad writing, and also it's fictional. So what would that do with you? It doesn't give you any insight about life, about psychology. It's all so magic, superficial, out of the world, non-realistic, not helpful to live a life. You don't need to read Lord of the Rings, do you? Like, if you read it, of course you can. It's sold with this sort of mystic touch to it. Even in the booklet here, I can see there is runes and there is some whatever writing, probably elfish. Yeah. I go here looking whether I can distinguish this. This might be a F, N, T, A, Tor again. This is a F, Futhark. This is R. This is a same as this. Maybe a A, Futhark from the Anzen. The real Futhark, the runes have gods attached to some of the letters. This is the arrow is the should actually point upward actually, and this X I know as well. Yera this is, or Dalat with a point here. L, Lagut, this one again. T, N, MN they got in there, and this one is the one that I have been calling Tor, but it's Turisat, this one. A C, a N here, I don't know what these are. Dalats this one is, or this is the T, the thorn, that one. So it's not any of these here, because this is Ninguts probably. You know, they write it a bit different on here than the runes that you get from the internet. Like this one here is the B, actually is motherlyhood and all that. The M probably is the horse, I'm not sure. The R, Futhark, F, U, thorn, A from Anzen, the god thing, from their kind of tent, the middle pole, and the god name Anzen, this A is. And then you have the R, which is the wheel, the turning wheel, or the chariot. And then you have a K, which is this one here, the K, Futhark, K, which is Kenats. So Kenats is just the breaking of wood. And the others, I don't know how they are. This is the TH I said, the thorn. Usually it's written to the other side. The little triangle has to look to the other side. So yeah. So there is a little bit you can take with you from this magical fiction thing here, but not good writing, not any insight about the world. So I'm sorry to have to tell you that you're wasting like 8 hours a day, whatever it takes you to read this. You're wasting your lifetime, and you got about 120 years, you know, if you're lucky. So don't go read bad books. I will put up a list from books I have read, because I have once had a list from several internet sites where you could do that just to entertain yourselves. So I'm kind of used to do these sort of lists, and I will add a list somewhere. Movies you need to see, because the 100 must-see movies on the internet aren't all that good and worthwhile, and a lot are missing. There is Eraserhead and Mulholland Drive and Pulp Fiction and Citizen Kane included, but not Bullets Over Broadway and others that I would suggest. And also with the books, I don't think that there is a good list on the internet, so I will put up one someday. Bye bye.